Welcome back YouTube, you have Ahmed again from In-Depth Tech Reviews, and in front of me I have the Huawei MediaPad T3 10-inch tablet that only costs $140 on Amazon. So if you need a budget-friendly tablet with a big screen that you can use for basic tasks like watching YouTube videos, sending and receiving emails on the go, or maybe for your kids, that will be a really good choice. When it comes to the box, there is nothing fancy here. You get a basic power brick with a USB Type A that only produces 0.2 ampere, the SD card eject tool, and a 1 meter long mini USB cable, and finally the user guide. But the question is, can a $140 tablet be any useful? So this is what we're gonna check in this video. But before getting started, let's make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified every time I post a new video. So let's jump in. Let's start with the build quality, and let me tell you that I'm really impressed with it. Even though it costs only $140, it has a metal body that gives you the feeling that you hold a premium device, while at the same time it feels light and comfortable to hold, as it only weighs 460 grams with rounded corners, which makes it easier to hold for a long time, and the buttons feels solid and clicky. When it comes to the specs, there is nothing to impress here. On the front, it has a 9.6-inch IPS LCD display with a resolution of 1280 by 800, with a 72% screen-to-body ratio, a 2-megapixel front-facing camera that can only take photos, no proximity sensor for auto brightness, and a notification LED. On the back, you get a 5-megapixel camera with autofocus that can shoot videos in 1080p at 30 frames per second. It has a 4800 mAh battery, 1.4 GHz quad-core Snapdragon 425 with 2 GB of RAM, 16 GB internal storage expandable up to 128 GB using SD card, 3.5mm jack, Bluetooth 4.0, Wi-Fi, GPS, and accelerometer. So enough with the specs, and let's put it into action. And the first thing to test here is the display. Keep in mind that you will be able to watch YouTube videos at a maximum resolution of 720p, but you know what? It's not bad considering this price tag. However, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. The screen is not very bright and it has a glossy finish, which is not going to be good if used in direct sunlight. But comparing it with other tablets in the same category from Lenovo, for example, I found that Huawei did better here. So overall, it offers a decent quality and you won't be disappointed. As far as we talked about the video quality, let's check the audio. The device has one bottom firing speaker, so let's check it out. So I'm not impressed by the sound, it almost has no bass, plus it's not stereo speakers, but thankfully you have a 3.5mm jack that you can hook your headphones in, or you can simply use your Bluetooth headphones, which I really recommend in this case. So what about gaming? Before trying this tablet for gaming, I thought I will see a lot of lag while playing due to its low-end specs, but you know what? It exceeded my expectations in this area. Most of the games I played on it was smooth and playable, starting from lightweight games like Subway, Temple Run, and Candy Crush, to a fairly heavy game like Modern Combat 5, and I didn't notice any drop in performance or any lag while playing. So good job Huawei for this. When it comes to browsing experience, Chrome worked really well on it and I didn't have any complaints. But as far as you have a 9.6-inch display, so multitasking should be something to think of. So running two apps at the same time will be a good idea. And one of the things I do a lot is to play a YouTube video while browsing the web. And yes, it offered me a decent experience, but that's when I started to notice some lag while opening apps or resizing the windows. However, it's not a showstopper and you will get things done. Also, if you are planning to buy this tablet for your kids, it has something called Kids Corner that allows you to put restriction on the tablet so they won't be able to get out of it without the PIN code. And it has some apps for kids like drawing, recording audio with funny effects, and taking photos. It also has eye comfort mode, or in other words, blue light filter, that decreases the eye strain when used for long time. When it comes to the software, it has Huawei EMUI version 5.1.3 and Android 7.0 Nougat, which is pretty old. However, all the apps I tested are compatible with it. But I hoped for a newer software, as Android 7.0 is 3 years old, so you need to keep that in mind. And finally, the camera, and I left it till the end because I'm sure a cheap tablet like this won't be bought for taking stunning photos. However, it still can take a barely decent photos, and it can be good enough for video calling. So let's sum things up to see if the Huawei MediaPad T3 is a good value for money. And I will start with the good things. It has a very cheap price of $140, very good build quality with a metal body, big display, good performance, a big 4800 mAh battery, eye comfort mode, 3.5mm jack, expandable storage, and a notification LED. What's not good about it is a poor audio quality with no stereo speakers, maximum resolution of 720p for watching videos, glossy display that makes a lot of reflections in direct sunlight, no proximity sensor for auto brightness, and an old software. So I think what you are getting from this tablet is more than what you trade off. So in my opinion, that's a very good value for money, and for me, I bought it for my son, and he's really happy with it. So that's pretty much it, and thank you for watching, and if you like my video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more videos.